Hey everybody, this is Dana. I wanted to share with you about Master Book's World History curriculum called The World Story. This is recommended for grades 6 through 8, and there are 3 different volumes: the Ancients, the Middle Ages, and the Modern Age. And if you watched my video about America's story, the layout of these books is very similar, which is helpful because it's an easy transition. Master Books recommends that you start with the U.S. history and then go to the world's story. And you don't have to follow that pattern. Sometimes the book will mention, if you were with me in America's story, this happened. But it does a good job of explaining, so you wouldn't necessarily have to do the U.S. history first. It is more complex writing, I think, so it is meant for older students than the American history. So let's look at a sample chapter here. We have the Black Death. There's always an introduction. There might be a little note for the teacher. Please pre-read this and decide some things that you want to talk about with your children. There are narration breaks, and sometimes they have some questions here for you to discuss. Sometimes it's just really vague, like discuss what you read. That's one thing I wish, that there were a few more detailed questions so that you can see how much of the chapter your child understood, or maybe what you need to go over again. But sometimes I would write my own questions in here during the break. The pictures are photographs or historical drawings or paintings, which is nice. As of this printing, which I believe is the 4th printing, there are no AI images, which I'm sad to say. Master Books is going that direction in a lot of their new books that they're producing. There's a connect section, which usually connects this history with another time in history or with modern time. There's a map section. This one is talking about the spread of the Black Death. And I really love how there's a church history section in every chapter. We're talking about what is going on in Christian history during this time period. The first book has a lot of Christian history in it just because it's creation to the Roman Empire. All right, we're talking about Bible times. But even throughout the rest of the volumes, there's always a connection back to church history, missionaries, different things that were important to the spread of Christianity during this time period, and even some difficult times in Christian history. And then the last part of the chapter is a focus on a certain area. This is Sicily, Italy, talking about food and culture. There are some other resources that you can purchase as well. You can get timeline packs for each volume, and the goal is to either make a notebook or put it across the wall, which I like this idea. I just didn't really have the wall for it, where everything that you're doing in Bible, science, history, you can put up a timeline and point to what is happening and what time period this is and what else was happening during this time. It's a really good visual aid. There's also a teacher's guide, and that has tests, worksheets, a daily schedule. I used this as a read aloud, so I didn't really use the teacher's guide, but that is available if you need assessments for grades. So overall, I really love this curriculum. I love how it has a biblical worldview. I love how it has historical photos, drawings, and paintings. I love how it also ties into the modern day and it involves church history. I hope this review was helpful to you. If you'd like to purchase these books, you can find them on Amazon. I have a new storefront for Rooted Reviews with lots of different recommendations. Or you can get it on the Masterbooks website, and they usually have a discount going and different sales throughout the year.